Let's take a look at our first problem here for roof rafter 1. Alright, so we need to take a look at the information that's given to us. The width of this house is 8 feet. The length of this house is 12 feet. If we were to draw a quick picture of a house. Whoa, that's a bad roof. Excuse that roof there. Let's try that again. Alright, there's our house. 8 foot width of our house. Length is 12. That would be going back somewhere in this direction. 12. Well, span and width are always the same thing. So the 8 goes right there. Run of the house. Easiest math problem. Always half the span. Our slope is given by the architect. The important number here is the 6, which is our unit rise. First thing I need to do, draw my triangle. This one's always labeled a 12. It represents 1 foot. The rise in this case is a 6. And we go to our rafter table and we look up, we get the answer for here, 13.42. Now, 13.42. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. That's where that answer comes from. When it comes to filling in this next line here, you have to think in terms of how the rafter table is laid out on the framing square. They call it common rafter length for 1 foot of run. Here's our 1 foot of run. There's our common rafter length for 1 foot of run. The answer is 13.42. Alright, so now we've got to talk about total rise. We're looking at total rise being right here. Excuse me, right there. This vertical distance on our roof. So the easiest way to do that is to draw the triangles. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 4 runs. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 feet of run. Each of these would be labeled with a 12. That makes each of these be labeled with a 6. Another 6. Another 6. Another 6. That gives our total rise to be what? 4 times 6 is 24. 24 inches. Alright, how long will your ridge beam be with a 12-inch overhang? We know our house is 12 feet long. If we have a 12-inch overhang on the front and the back, that's going to give us a 14-foot ridge beam. For our class, these are always made out of 2x8s. Always. How long are ceiling joists? Well, they span right across the width of the house. So our ceiling joist in this case is going to be 8 feet. How many will you need? Well, that's the math problem. We take the length in feet, multiply by 12, we get 144. We then have to divide that by 16. We have to round up and add 1. So that gives us an answer in this case of 10. What dimension lumber? They are 1 size smaller than our ridge beam. Always. 2x6. Now we have to figure out how long the common rafters are. Over here we know that the common rafter length for 1 foot of run is 13.42. We've got one of those, 2, 3, 4. All of these are 13.42. So we take 4 for our run, multiplied by 13.42, and what do we get? We end up with an answer of approximately 58.75. Now, what I did there, if you plug that into a calculator, and you end up with 4 times 13.42, you end up with, 53.68. Now, the 0.68 has to round up to the nearest eighth of an inch. In this case, that'd be rounding up to 53.75. I did get ahead of myself here. I added my 5-inch overhang to the 58. So first step would have been to take 4 times 13.42. You get 53.68. Round up to 53.75. That's our nearest eighth of an inch. Convert. You end up with 58 and 3/4 inches. We don't leave a decimal form for our problem there. We have to have it read on a tape measure. Please then circle your answer so I can find it. How many will you need? Well, you need twice as many as you need ceiling joists, and then you need to add 4. So it'd be 24. There are 2 on the front overhang and 2 on the back overhang. That's why we add 4. These are always 2 by 6.